Oh, hey there, Mike Barter here again on another continuing with the series, the climbing tools series. I think we're going to go on with some more of these clamping knots, you know, the improvised ratchets per se. Hey, check this out. I got the lesbians that live next door to us here. They just got me this watch. It's a Sun 2 titanium. It's got all kinds of cool features. It's got like the barometric pressure, tells you your altitude, has a compass in it, all kinds of recording features. And so, you know, like you can, you know, record if you're ski touring, do a number of laps, and it'll incrementally record all your altitude and descents. And, you know, yeah, they got it for my birthday. But I think they misunderstood when they asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, well, I want a watch. And this is what I got. Well, still, it's a pretty good deal. Anyhow, we're going to cover a couple of more of these improvised rope knots, and what is it? The Kliemheist and the Bachman, right? And they're honestly, the Kliemheist I use a few times, especially with webbing, and I'll use that. The Bachman, I've known about it for well over 25 years. I've never actually seen anybody use it. It's another tool that you can add to your quiver, and we'll have a look at that. And then why don't we come on back here and we'll talk a little bit more about what else is going on.
Hi, my name is Tom Wolf. I'm a guide from Canmore, Alberta. And today I'm going to be running through a few of the less common rope clamping, non-mechanical rope clamping systems using the prusik cord, sling, and stuff like that. First one I'm going to discuss is called the Kliemheist, also known as the Machard or the French prusik, or in America these days it's also known as the Freedom prusik. It is done using a piece of sling, such as your standard shoulder-length sling. And you take it such that the stitched end is opposite where you start your hitch. And you just simply wrap the sling around the rope that you wish to clamp several times. 3 times to start off with. Then you take the bar tack end, run it through. You test out your clamp. If it clamps, then great. If it slips, you might just want to add one more wrap. And then retest it. Okay? So that's your Kliemheist, aka French prusik. The advantage of this particular hitch over the prusik hitch is that once it's been loaded heavily, it's actually relatively easy to loosen the hitch and move the hitch again up and down the rope like so. The prusik hitch takes a little bit more fiddling and manipulation. Okay.
So that was the Kliemheist, which, like I said, is pretty common, and a lot of people prefer it because once it's loaded, it does come, you know, you can loosen it up quite easily, and it'll move smoothly over the rope. This is especially useful for wet ropes and mountaineering and ice climbing when you're backing up a knot. It might be the one of choice actually for you, but you decide. I mean, give it a try, give them all a try. Try the prusik Kliemheist. And, oh man, you know, I love a good shave, don't you? Yes, sir. And if you want a good shave, I mean, you don't have to go to the extremes that I go through. Ooh, yeah, baby. You can get a Philips electric razor. You know, being the adventure man that I am, I quite often have to go to some wild and crazy places, but there's no reason why I can't be looking good. So let's cut away to this commercial break, and then we will cover the Bachman knot, and then we'll come back here and we'll have a little chat before we go. All right? man. Woo! Well, here I am again. Difference this time, folks, is I'm in the jungles of Thailand. And here's a place where you don't want to cut yourself with a razor, because something's going to grow in there and live. That's why I always take my Phillips electric shave. You want to look good.
The next one I'm going to show you is using the same piece of shoulder length sling. It's called the Bachman knot. This is a kind of a cool knot, or hitch rather, in that it uses a carabiner that acts as a bit of a handle. So this might be useful if you don't have a mechanical ascender such as a Jumar. You take, again, you position it so that the stitched end is furthest from where you're going to be starting the hitch. You clip a loop into the carabiner. Doesn't have to be a locking carabiner. And then you start wrapping the shoulder length sling around both the carabiner and the rope 3 times. That's twice. And that's 3 times. Then you test it out. Hey, Ruthie. Excellent. Okay, so it's passed the baby test. If it didn't pass the baby test, you might want to add one more wrap like that. Okay? So the cool thing about this is that it gives you a bit of a handle, and it's actually quite easy to run up and down even after you've loaded it quite heavily. It does a great job of loosening it up once you've let go of the weight. Okay?
Formed. This is where it says